Alright fellas, what's going on? Denonu here, the man with the most biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube. And in this video we're going to be talking something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is comic books. And specifically we're going to be talking about the movies that are coming out this year, because we got a lot of them. And I'm just going to give my thoughts on each major comic book movie. And in separate videos, of course, not all in this video, but I'm going to be making a series of videos where I talk about each movie specifically and just giving my overall thoughts on it. Before we jump into it, just to let you guys know, I'm a huge comic book fanboy. I'm probably more Marvel than DC, but I've been watching comic books and or watching the comic book TV shows rather, excuse me. Let me talk like I got some sense. And reading comic books for like the past 30 years, you know, like most of my life. And so even though I may sound like a Marvel fanboy, you know, in these videos, I'm not doing it because I hate DC. You know, but we'll get into that later. I just wanted to throw that out there because some people might just assume, oh, he's just a Marvel fanboy and he's being overly negative. No. But anyway, we're going to talk about Suicide Squad. Popular movie right out the gate. And just to give my overall thoughts on it, my overall premise behind this movie so far is as somebody who knows the source material, and let me just say that, I'm not really hyped for it. I'm not pumped by it by any means. I see him fucking up, you know, the movie. But that's only because I'm comparing it to the comic book. Now, on its own right, like for people who, let's say, never read a comic book a day in their life, I think this movie is going to be decent. I think people will watch it. It has a lot of popularity behind it. It has, a lot of popular faces in it, like Will Smith, Jared Leto, I can't forget what the other guy, but the big crazy white guy that's in the trailer is him. I know I've seen him in a couple things. Everybody else besides Amanda Waller, and I'll touch on that later in a few seconds. I know I've also seen her somewhere else too, but anyway. As far as the characters in the movie, they look like they have their attitudes right, most of them. I don't know who the other white guys are, like that are a part of the team, just because I don't follow the news like that. I follow the news to where I see the trailers and I see what people are talking about it, but as far as knowing who's all in the trailer and watching those like rewind videos, stuff like that, that ain't me. I do that with the gaming stuff, not so much with the comic book movie stuff, because I already know the comic book movie stuff. But anyway, characters. Will Smith as Deadshot. Rubbed me the wrong way right off the beginning. Only because I hate when movies and comic books also nowadays, they do this, is when they switch a race of a character. I hate that with a passion. Now, I can understand it because you're making a movie. I mean, you're getting fucking Will Smith. So, I mean, it is what it is. That part I don't really have a problem with, because I can understand it from a money perspective. You know, they trying to sell their movie. He's the biggest face in it. Not mad at that. I'm mad that it's like with almost most characters in the movie, or at least the ones I recognize, because there's a few who I'll be like, who the fuck is this guy? But with most of the characters, it's like they're getting them like 80% right. And then you have that one thing that they fuck up. Like Will Smith being Deadshot, don't have a problem with. Don't have a problem with Will Smith as an actor. As a matter of fact, he's one of my favorites. I know he can kill roles when he wants to. But even the outfit, the way he looks, fine with all of that. Fine with the action scenes. They seem like they doing their damn thing. However, if you type in Deadshot in Google Images right now, Name me one picture from the comic book or even the Arrow TV show that has his little eye patch thing on the left eye rather than the right. I'm just saying. I mean, if you're gonna make a comic book movie, I know it's not that big of a deal, right? And I know I'm just nitpicking, but I'm just saying, if you're making a comic book movie, that's like Superman and having his S be in the wrong way. No, it's like certain things, it's like, come on, man. If you just looked up the character, you can see within 2 minutes. Like, I swear to God, that first Will Smith promotional art that they released with that showed him in costume, that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, why is his eye patch on the wrong eye? Now, I'm not even like the biggest Deadshot fan, but I know who he is. He's always been right-handed. That eye patch has always been on the right, his right eye. But anyway, that's my main gripe with him. Second one, Harley Quinn. She's workable. I'll say that. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys say that, but she's workable. She's doable. Her hair to me seems a little bit more platinum blondish rather than the typical normal blonde. And the outfit, I mean, I can understand if they're not going to do the whole Harley Quinn outfit, that's fine. But recently in DC comic books, they've had her wear like normal clothes, but still have the red and black motif. Same thing that goes with her hair. In the movie, I'm seeing it, and it's like that red and black has always been a part of her character, in no matter any iteration, cartoon, comic book, whatever. And in the movie, I'm not seeing that. It's like a pink and blue. And it's like, okay, I don't know if they're saving that for the next Batman movie, because I'm assuming they're gonna put in the new Joker in that one, and then she's gonna be in that. But if they are saving that for this movie, that would make more sense if, let's say, that was an origin movie, like, okay, this is how she came about, right? And then she had it in that movie. But this takes place after that initial meeting, because she already ran in with the Joker, she already fought Batman and everything, so she should be wearing the red and black. I'm just saying, they could have made their own variation of it, but just have it be red and black. Like, I wouldn't have cared what they did, except it's red and black. That's like a part of her character. And I'm seeing it's pink and blue, and then it keeps throwing me off, because when I see it, it's like, oh, this is Harley Quinn, and I'll be like, no, the fuck it's not. But that's just me. Killer Croc, his look is decent, I will say that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm mad at the fact that he's small, because Killer Croc is known for being like big and buff, except when he was in like the except when he was in the animated series, where he was just like a bigger, grayish kind of sort of guy. But in this, it's like, I want to say I don't care as much, because it's like, look, you can't make a superhuman, big, bulky guy in a movie. I mean, yeah, they could have got a wrestler to do it, but then it would just look weird. And, they gotta, make it work. I can understand that. But my problem is, in today's day and age, when you can do CG, when you can make the fucking Hulk in the Avengers movie, I'm like, that line where, we can't do it, is starting to fade. Because it's like, hold on, they doing it over there. They got the Hulk in half the fucking movie. Why can't you do that with yours? But that's not that big a deal. The other guys in the movie, the El Diablo, whatever he is, I mean, I guess he looks cool. I guess if you like the whole tatted Hispanic look going on, but everybody else I really don't have a problem with, because like even the Witch Girl, it's like I don't know enough about their comic book thing to really judge them. Even if they are in the comic books, I have no idea. Another thing that pisses me off, Amanda Waller. I'm sorry. I know in DC comic books right now, they're doing the whole skinny Waller thing. Even in the Arrow TV show, when they had her in there, Amanda Waller was a better character when she was like the big fat obese black woman that was like talk much shit to you. Just saying. Loved their character was big as shit, because it kind of made you look beyond the fact that she was, an obese lady. She didn't let that define her, and that was a part of her character. When they made her skinny, that really pissed me off. I mean, they should have got like what's the one black chick, like Monique or somebody in real life to play her. Like, you know, like you need a big ass angry black woman. But other than that, I'm pretty sure the actor that they got is gonna kill it, because I mean, I've seen her in serious stuff and I know she can put in work when it comes to acting. So, but one thing about the Suicide Squad that interests me, I will say that, are these weird flashback scenes that they keep showing. And I hate the fact that a lot of it's Joker oriented. You know, I understand they're setting up for future movies, at least as far as, they're setting him up for Batman. But Joker is a character whose story we already kind of sort of know. You don't have to. I'm hoping that when I see the movie, they don't spend like a third of the movie talking about, oh, here's Joker, here's Batman, here's Harley Quinn. Like, no, I want this movie to be its fucking own thing. I don't want it to ride Batman's coattails, aka like Arrow, TV show. Even though I like Arrow, but they ride Batman's dick way too hard and fast with all of its characters and the people that they decide to put in it. With Suicide Squad, it was kind of like its own thing. Yeah, a couple Batman characters were in it, but it wasn't like it's a part of it. And they're showing way too much Joker stuff in it, from what I'm getting out of the next these two trailers. I can understand it being like a flashback scene or something like that, but they're showing him in like 5 different scenes, so it's like it's gonna be an ongoing theme throughout the movie. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be in it like in the present, or if it's gonna only be flashbacks and stuff like that. I don't know, but it just seems kind of weird that they keep showing him. Not a fan of that. Speaking of him, not a fan of the look at all. I think he looks like complete shit, but I'll be willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know the guy. I know other people say he can act. I have yet to see anything with him in it, so I can't say I hate him or like him as an actor as playing the Joker. I said the same thing about Heath Ledger, and he killed that shit. So I just hate the way he looks, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and I gotta see something tangible. I gotta see him playing it. The stuff that he did in the trailer, I'm not impressed at all. I'm not impressed. But I'll wait and see when the movie comes out. Who knows? I might change my mind. I'll tell you one thing that does, pick my interest is the during the trailer, I don't know what it's gonna be, but you saw like this black tar alien looking stuff, tendrils and stuff coming down from the ceiling and stuff. I'm assuming that's gonna be whoever the main threat is in the movie that they have to fight. That has really piqued my interest, because I'm wondering what the hell that is. At first I thought it was the witch chick that they have on the team, because you see her in the beginning when they're showing each of the team, but then like later on as the trailer goes on, when they show them in whatever city that they're in, I'm assuming it's Gotham if they're talking about Batman and Joker, but I don't know. But you don't see that witch chick in there. So how I think the movie is gonna go is whatever that crap is, maybe Waller wants to secure it or wants to stop it from killing people, even though that's not really a lot on her plate. When you talk about, her as a character, she didn't care about people all that much like that, to where she just wanted to stop it. But it's maybe she wants it for some reason, and she's sending these villains to go out there and grab it. And I'm assuming maybe like witch chick jump ship, like maybe halfway in the movie she joins up with whatever this thing is or whatever that's going around killing people or whatever, and then they gotta stop her. So I think it's gonna be like one of those kind of movies where it's like you start off with a bunch of people trying to stop a threat, and yeah, they're bad, but then they have their epiphany moment, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, we gotta take down this thing at the end. And the movie ends on like a kind of not a happy note, but I don't see this movie getting too dark. So it's gonna leave you feeling like, oh, they beat the bad guy at the end of the movie. So, but other than that, I really do like the style that they seem to be doing it. Like they seem to be putting a lot of faith in the movie. I will say that, because this is a movie where it's like, I know when they first announced it, I was like, what the fuck? Like I just didn't think it could possibly work. And just the fact that they have a faith enough to actually make the movie and make it seriously, I might add, because they've been promoting the hell out of this movie. That shows you that they have a lot of faith in it and everything. So, and they seem to be pushing it heavily. So I can't knock them for that. I really can't. One thing that puzzles me in this is why is like what's her name, Katana, the Asian chick with the mask with the sword, like why is she in the movie? I don't recall her being a part of Suicide Squad, but I know I didn't read like every comic book, so maybe they're just cherry picking people. But to me it seems like you're picking people that you already have established. I mean, I don't know, because it's like I could have swore she was an Arrow, just saying, but could be wrong about that. I know I haven't watched every episode, but anyway, that's just been my thoughts on it. I think the movie's gonna sell maybe decent to pretty well. I don't see it breaking no records. It probably ain't beating no Avengers or nothing like that, but I mean, it'll make them enough money to probably warrant a sequel. So, but anyways, my name is Denonu, the man with the most biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube, and I'll see you guys in the next commentary video. Peace out.